If you think Uruguay is just a tiny sliver between Brazil and Argentina, Montevideo is going to blow that assumption right out of the water. So why Montevideo? Here are 3 reasons that make it unforgettable. Montevideo is the most relaxed capital in South America. While nearby Buenos Aires pulses with intensity, we went to Buenos Aires, and I'm going to share that video with you soon. So it's a good time to remind you to subscribe so you don't miss that one. Montevideo invites you to breathe. The entire city stretches along the Rio de la Plata with a 13-mile Rambla promenade, perfect for walking, biking, or just sipping mate. South America and mate are like peanut butter and jelly, or eggs and bacon, or champagne and pizza. I don't know. They go together hand in hand. I'll tell you more about mate later. Number 2, Montevideo is a mosaic of neoclassical buildings, Art Deco theaters, colorful markets, and unexpected street art. You can wander the old town with its colonial plazas, duck into the Grand Teatro Solís, and then stumble across the vibrant murals or an open-air tango performance. Number 3, where are all my wine lovers? Uruguay is home to Tannat wine, often called the healthiest red wine in the world because of its high antioxidants. And let's be honest, if wine and healthy go together, sign me up. And we got to experience that up close and personal at a private winery experience here with dancers that performed so passionately that in the middle of this winery lunch, I cried like a baby. Add in Uruguay's legendary carnival, the longest in the world, and you'll wonder why you haven't already been here. The entire time we were here, I just kept saying, I could live here. No, really, I could live here. It's a place that not only is exceptionally clean and welcoming, but also remarkably safe. The people here are incredibly proud of their city, and it shows. And let me show you. So come on already, let's go. Hi everyone, I'm Leslie. And if you're new here, travel and me also are like peanut butter and chocolate. It flows through my veins, like literally. I plan a trip when I'm on a trip. My passport is the best book I've ever read. I'm checking off country by country to get to the Centurion list, and I'm on country 82, so I only have 18 more to go. If that gives you any indication about what's going on here, I'm glad you're here. Fun fact, in Uruguay, there's 3.5 million people, but there's a staggering 14 million heads of cattle and 9 million heads of sheep. 3.5 million people, 14 million heads of cattle, and 9 million heads of sheep. Right away, we're captivated by Montevideo with this. This is where the Parana and Uruguay rivers empty into the Atlantic Ocean. The river waters carry a heavy load of sediment, silt, and clay from deep inland in South America. When these brownish or pink tinged river waters meet the dark blue Atlantic Ocean, you get this very visible line of separation, almost like 2 different seas colliding. The color shift depends on the sediment levels, the sunlight, and tides, which is why sometimes it looks chocolate brown, other times it looks reddish pink. How cool is that? It's one of those surreal moments where geography paints in real time. We have a special excursion planned today, courtesy of Royal Caribbean, at the Familia Deicas Winery. They've invited us to spend a very special day experiencing their incredible vineyard. With a quick bus ride past the Legislative Palace Parliament Building and the Church of Virgin del Carmen y Santa Teresa, we arrive at the winery, and what an arrival it was. Familia Deicas is not a mass production facility. It's a boutique estate born out of Uruguay's pioneering production house, Juanico. Here, 3 generations of the Deicas family, Juan Carlos, Fernando, Santiago, and Nino, craft wines that speak of place, minimal intervention, and soul. Just right up my alley. This is where tradition meets innovation. Through unprecedented studies, They discovered that the soil in Uruguay had the same wine growing virtues as the Bordeaux region in France. In 1992, they began testing French grapes in Uruguay, and their Preludo was born. This exceptional wine is aged over 24 months in a 1745 stone underground cellar. 2 years later, Familia Deicas becomes the first Uruguayan winery to introduce its wines to the world. Preludo secured the first grand gold medal in the prestigious Bacchus competition in Spain. They developed the Tannat liqueur and earned the first ISO quality stamp in South America. So suffice it to say, they came to play. It lived up to every word they describe. It was exceptional. This wasn't just a tasting. It was a masterclass in terroir, history, and an unapologetic craftsmanship with a welcome that made us feel like family. Familia Deicas graciously opened their doors to us, offering a tour of the vineyard, generous pours of their outstanding champagnes and wine, an incredible lunch featuring amazing Uruguayan cheeses, and a captivating folkloric show. The dancers entertained us for over an hour, showcasing traditional dances, including this tango. If you know me, you know that it doesn't take much to just grab me and bring me to tears. And these two dancing, they were so connected and so present and so eye to eye with each other and committed to this dance and presenting it in an impeccable way for us. It literally brought me to tears. I was in one of the front tables and the place was packed and I cried through the whole thing. It was so incredible. So grateful to them. Those two and that moment is something I will never forget. It was overwhelming and beautifully curated experience that's difficult to put into words. Thank you, Familia Deicas, for your gracious welcome and sharing your passion that's so translated in your beautiful wines, the incredible venue, and your vineyard. Thank you. Roy had so much fun. He was toasted. Our day is not over though. We had Montevideo still to see. First, we do a flyby past our home on our way to Independence Plaza. This is Montevideo's beating heart, where past and present collide. Commissioned just after Uruguay broke free from its colonial rule in 1837 and inspired by Paris, this square isn't just a destination, it's the destination. At its center, the legendary José Artigas stands proud atop the monument that hides its mausoleum below. Around us is the Gothic Renaissance of Palacio Salvo, the patina glow of Teatro Solís, and the stately grace of Estevez Palace. This is where you may begin to understand why Montevideo captured our hearts.
Hi from Uruguay! Oh my gosh, I love it here!
This is Palacio Salvo, originally nicknamed Beautiful Monster because of its quirky layered silhouette. Can you imagine? I personally think this building is stunning. It was built on the exact spot where Uruguay's first tango, La Compressida, was composed in 1916. Remember I was going to tell you about mate? Mate is a traditional herbal tea made from dry leaves of the yerba mate plant. It's brewed in a gourd and drunk through a bombilla. Think like metal straw with a filter at the end. It tastes a bit like strong green tea. Uruguay has one of the highest per capita consumption rates of mate in the world. It's more than a drink. It's a social ritual and a daily companion. Uruguayan people carry thermoses of hot water with them everywhere. And just a tip here, if you're offered mate, it's polite to accept and take at least one sip. Don't stir the bombilla and don't say thank you until you're done. Saying thanks means you're finished drinking. And if you're up for it, stop at Bar Fasal here in Independence Square. It was founded in 1882 and it's the oldest downtown bar here and known for its mate, coffee, and desserts. In the heart of Independence Plaza is José Artigas, Uruguay's national hero. Artigas wasn't just a general. He was the visionary who spearheaded Uruguay's fight for independence in the early 19th century. He dreamt of a country where power belonged to the provinces. Standing here, you can feel how deeply Uruguay remembers the man they call the father of their nation. This is Teatro Solís, opened in 1856 to highlight the Uruguayan opera, ballet, and theater. Inside, the gilded balconies and velvet seats will make you feel like you're in Paris. The $5 tour even lets you go backstage and walk on some of the boards where world-famous performers once stood. Or you can even see the ballet or an opera here for an unforgettable experience. Before we leave the port, we see what looks like a ship graveyard. Look at this. Dozens of rusting, abandoned fishing boats frozen in time near the port. Turns out these relics were left behind by owners who couldn't pay their dock fees or have disappeared and left their boats here. Over the decades, 50 plus vessels have piled up onto Montevideo's unintended ship graveyard. The city's trying to clean it up. Some have been removed, but many still float here and are a haunting reminder of the legacy of labor at sea. And here's another gorgeous sunset to say goodbye to our new love, Uruguay. So I'm dying to know, have you ever been to Uruguay? If you have, where did you go? Did you see Montevideo? Did you try some of their exceptional wine? Please share it with me in the comments below. I love hearing your stories. Our tour of Brazil continues, so this is your reminder to subscribe because next up is another jaw-dropping trip off the cruise ship to Iguazu Falls. Now, Iguazu Falls is not just another waterfall. Not to give anything away, but just to give you an idea of why you don't want to miss the video on Iguazu Falls. Iguazu is the largest system of waterfalls in the world with over 275 cascades over 2 miles. So yeah, this is one you don't want to miss. Absolutely stunning. So I'll see all of your beautiful faces in Iguazu Falls.